In this video, I want to address several subscribers' comments in the last few videos, and there's been a theme, and even over on my Instagram page, there's been a theme of people making these comments recently, and I love the questions because it's really going to help all of us dive deeper into understanding who we are. And the theme is looking for proof. It's that they want proof of something magical or huge to happen in order for them to believe this, right? And the other part was that the comments said they need patience because the things have not manifested yet, and that they feel defeated because they have tried testing the law and it has failed them. These are the comments that I am going to address in this video, and I'm going to give you a step-by-step process that I personally use and I teach many others to use, and you can use this too to shift you back where you belong in your power. So stick with me because this is going to really be helpful for many of you. But before we get started, I am Rose. Welcome to The Rosey Life, where we help you free your mind and follow your heart so you can live a life that you love. If you're interested in working with me one-on-one, you can go to TheRoseyLife.com and read the different ways that you can. So let's get to it. So why I wanted to make this video is because I see people making comments, asking questions, and I'm happy to answer them if I catch them fast enough, because the comments come in and the questions come in pretty fast, and not just here, but overall also on my Instagram page and my TikTok. And I'm gonna link the TikTok in the description box too, because I just realized when I said that I don't have that linked, but I will. So, but back to the topic of this video. There's many people that are asking this question about that they want proof, that they don't want to just manifest a sticker or a purple car or whatever, that they want something massive. I think one of you said that you want like a celebrity to send you a text, and that's how you'll know that you can believe, that then it's real. Then you see how powerful you truly are. And then another person said that she has tried manifesting and that she's failed, or maybe she just needs to be patient. And on the Instagram too, different comments, and it's like, oh yeah, well, you can't do everything. And someone even said that you have to be real, that you need to come back to reality. You can't live in your imagination too much because then you get, it can be harmful for you and for your mental health, and then you are not in reality. So this is the kind of thinking and talking and processing that keeps people in the prove it to me, and then I'll believe it, and then I'll throw myself all in to believing that imagination is reality, that I am truly powerful, that I am truly God. Because until then, I'm going to keep my feet planted on the ground until I have this proof. Well, Wayne Dyer wrote a book, and he also talked about this quite a bit. He said believing is seeing. So you believe it in. Well, that's what we do as manifestors, is we believe things in. We don't ask for proof and signs and evidence that our power is real. We believe it in. That is what we do. We don't sit around and say, I'll see it and then I'll believe it. No, we believe it in. Neville Goddard talked about this. All the great teachers have talked about this, ancient and new, that we believe things in. So what is that? How does that fit into these kind of questions and comments that, well, I want this to happen in order for me to believe it. I've tried this and it doesn't work. What this really is showing is that you're still looking for the proof that it works, and then you believe it. It's literally, you're describing in the comments and by asking these questions. And even someone on Instagram sent me a message and said, I want a specific example of a romantic story that I can get inspired by. Even that kind of question. I even told this person, there's hundreds of success stories on my channel. If you watch the videos, I have hundreds of success stories. Even over on my website, I have them scrolling across under the Rosey Life course and community on different parts of the website. They're in my Instagram feed under highlights. I mean, they're everywhere. So even if you read 10,000 success stories and I told you the exact kind of story that you were looking to hear, that still would not satisfy you personally. It would feel good. And you would be like, oh, that's very motivational, right? But it's like asking the person that wants to really build their muscles and get in shape in their body, and they're like, well, show me somebody that wasn't and then they are, and you're like, oh, that's so cool, but it's still not going to get you motivated to go to the gym. It's still not going to get you motivated to want to work out. It might for a little bit, but when you don't see the progress right away, you're going to be like, what the hell? It must be genetic. It must be in their genes. They must do this like day and night. They must like never eat any sweets or carbs. Do you see, we start making up excuses before long as to why it doesn't work for you. And that's why asking for proof is an empty well that will never ever quench your thirst. The only proof that will ever quench your thirst is your own personal experience. In fact, that is what A Course in Miracles is loaded with. The message in there is that you having your personal revelation is the only thing that will open your eyes and to see who you are. It can't come from other people, like you reliant on other people's manifestation stories. They're fun, they're encouraging, but they're not going to give you what you want. What you want is to remember who you are. What you want is to experience and have that revelation yourself that you are that creator, that you are the cause of it all. But if you spend your time and focus looking for signs or looking for other people's success stories or looking for someone to prove it to you, then guess what you're creating? You're creating a reality for yourself of looking, of seeking, of searching, of needing to be proven it to. You're not going to see what you actually want in that reality, in that version of you. You're not in that state, right? These are all interchangeable words from different teachers. So you are creating a state or a reality or a version of you that needs proof. And that will never be quenched. That thirst will never be satisfied with any amount of stories because it's not supposed to. What you're here for, all of our purpose is to awaken to who we are, that we are the truth, we are the way, we are the all, we are the one. We are the one power, the one God, the one source, the one cause of it all in our experience, in our own reality. And you move over into that version of you that understands this, that gets it. Even if at the moment in this version you're just like, I don't get it. I'm not seeing proof. Understand that you are in a reality that you have chosen to not get it. You're in a version of you that doesn't get it. So guess what? You're so freaking powerful, and whatever you assume, whatever you claim that I am, you get to be. So if you're going around saying that you don't get it, then you're not going to get it. So what you do is you shift over into the version of you that says, I get it. If you watch this YouTube channel and you're watching videos or you're reading books or you're watching other video channels, then just start telling yourself, I get it. Oh my gosh, I totally get it. Even if in that moment you don't feel like you get it and you're not seeing any evidence of you getting it, I promise you, you shift over into the version of you that you say, I get it. I totally get it. Oh my God, I get it now. I get it. You will also be that person commenting or sending me a success story saying, it clicked. I got it. I got it, Rose. It clicked. I got it. Because I get these stories in the Rosey Life course and community. I love reading these comments in there and these success stories of people saying, I get it. I get it. I really got it. Why? Because they're shifting and choosing versions of themselves that are already what they wish to be. So what happens is that you learn about this information, you learn about manifesting, and then you learn it's like a you're bombarded with content, you're bombarded with information. And whether you're brand new to manifesting or you're not brand new, you've been around, you've been studying for years, it doesn't really matter. Always remember that the one anchor that you want to return to is who you are, the I am. That is always, and A Course in Miracles really simplifies all of it. It says, are you choosing love or are you choosing fear? Because at the end of the day, that's all we're doing every single moment. Are our thoughts from love or our thoughts from fear? Are our feelings from love or our feelings from fear, right? Are we looking at the world or our life from fear? Are we making decisions from fear? Are we looking at what the people in our life from a place of fear, or are we looking at them through love? Is it love or is it fear? And that is really what it grinds down to, right? But to further expand on that, are we doing love or are we doing fear? What I want to share with you is I want to share with you a little step-by-step process, okay? You don't need the process. You don't need to do this, okay? It's something that I'm going to offer for those of you who are struggling and still seeking for proof for that results, or you feeling like you need to be patient, because this isn't about patience. This isn't about you're waiting. When I hear patience, I hear you saying that you're still waiting for proof. You're waiting for your manifestation to come, that you're waiting, right? But it's not coming from a place of knowing that you already did the imaginal act and now everything's just moving around to conform to it. It's not coming from that place. It's still, and you can ask yourself that question and be honest, because I used to think that I was, in that place of knowing, but at the same time, I was like anxious, like I had a little motor going on inside of me. Like I just couldn't relax. And then I'd find myself snacking and distracting myself with books or watching TV or going for walks or doing things and cleaning and just like trying to get my mind off of it. It's like I was in the state of waiting and hoping to see something if I kept myself busy. But I can be busy all I want to, but inside that little motor was churning because I really didn't trust and believe in who I am and that what my imagination is reality. Trusting in who you are, that's all that means, is that you are the all. That your imagination is reality. That is what it is. Trusting in that my imagination is reality. And you can tell yourself that. You can tell yourself, I get it. You can I intend to fully embrace that I believe that my imagination creates reality. I intend to fully embrace this. I intend that this is me, or I am willing to believe that I am believing that my imagination is reality. I am willing, I'm ready. And even though I can't really fully grab it right now, I'm willing. And what happens is you're already making the claim that that is what your preference is. And guess what? Your thoughts, your feelings, your dreams, the videos you turn into, the books that you read, even the videos that you've already watched, even the books that you've already read, they're all going to look different to you because now everything starts conforming and reflecting your chosen belief of you believing in your reality. So I don't want you to think that there's like some long process or some big journey that you have to go on, because all of this boils down to a choice. And I know you can choose whatever you want. So you can choose to believe. You can choose, and you can even say that I choose to believe my imagination creates reality. I choose to believe that I get this. I choose to believe that I'm on the right track. I choose to believe that everything is me right now. I choose to believe that I am this eternal power. I choose to believe I am infinite. I choose it. Do you see? Even that might even feel different when you say it. But here is the process that I promised. So when you're feeling fear and you find yourself saying, I want proof, I need to watch another video. When you start feeling that little doubt of, I just need a little bit more, or I just need to hear one more video, or I'm just going to affirm it one more time. When you start feeling yourself doubt like that, or you feel fear, or you feel impatience, and you feel like you want to look, or you're scared because of a deadline. Someone else wrote that too, that a deadline because of money and bills and lawyers involved and those kind of things. When you start feeling the fear, no matter what it is, fear, anxiety, anger, frustration, seeking proof, all of those are all coming from fear. When you're there, this is what I suggest that you do. So, you are going to ask yourself this question: why am I seeking or fearing this? Okay, so that's the first thing I want you to do. Notice, I want you to observe and notice, and then ask yourself this question: why am I seeking for proof? Why am I fearing? Why am I feeling this anxious? Why am I feeling impatience? Why am I feeling like there's something else that I'm supposed to be doing still? Why am I feeling that? Okay? The answer always, 100% of the time, without a shadow of a doubt, doesn't matter what your answer is. It doesn't even matter if you can't answer it. This is the answer. I'm giving it to you right now. Fear. A Course in Miracles says, remember, it's all fear or love. So the answer is, why are you seeking for proof? Why do you want the celebrity to send you a message? Why is it that you want $1 million deposited in your bank account in 2 hours? Why do you put that time limit on it? Why are you fearing it? You're like, because I need it, because I need it. It's always going to be fear. Fear of what? Fear of the lawyers. Fear of not getting it in time. Fear of because you don't believe it. Fear of because it hasn't worked. Fear of because you haven't been able to manifest anything. Fear of, that's why I wrote blah, 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 because it is. It's all blah, blah, blah. And yes, I know your situations are real. I know that you're going through some difficult times right now for different reasons, for different people, and I'm not putting them down. But I'm telling you that fear is going to give you the longest reason, the most justifiable in person, and you're going to feel like no, it's really happening to me, and this is it. I'm not saying that what you're going through is not really being experienced by you right now, and I'm not trying to put those conditions down whatsoever. What I'm trying to show you is your mind, right? When you ask, you're like, why am I doubting? Why am I fearing? Why am I seeking? Because I fear that I'm blah, 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 whatever. Your answer is always going to be coming from fear. You can tell me anything. It doesn't matter what the topic is. It's always from fear. Fear that you won't get what you want. Fear that you're not seeing evidence. Fear that you've tried this before. Fear that you got the bad news. Fear that you have a letter. Fear that nothing's happening. Fear that blah. Do you see? It's a fear. So the first thing you're going to do is, why am I seeking for more? Why am I fearing? It all comes down because you fear. What do you fear? It doesn't matter. The only thing that you need to know is that it's not love. Because if you were feeling love, you would not be seeking. You would not be fearing. You would not be doubting. You would not be questioning. You would be in love. So know that. Okay, so I want you to get used to asking yourself this question, because that really makes you slow down. It makes everything. It makes your entire nervous system slow down when you ask yourself a question. Okay? So, and then you move over into, can I sit with this feeling of fear? Now, I pulled this from a couple of different sources, in a lot. Like, I went through a coaching program a couple years ago that taught with sitting with your fears. I read it in a book from Lester Levinson. A Course in Miracles also offers these steps. So I'm not offering you guys anything like, this is not genius new, just tailored to me. This is from multiple authors, multiple books, multiple coaching programs, and they all get it from the same place. We're all repeating the same information in a different way, okay? So can I sit with this feeling of fear? Of course you can. You can sit and you can feel the feeling. okay? The feeling, and it's so cool. I don't know where I saw this, but I heard this somewhere. It's the feeling of fear is what we're afraid of. That's it. We're not afraid of fear. We're afraid of feeling the feeling of fear. Do you see that? So can I sit with this feeling of fear? Yes, you can. And you can literally sit your butt down, go to the bathroom and sit down, go to your room and sit down, sit on the couch and sit down, and feel it. Let it come. Let it come and let it dial up. Let it come and look at it with love. In an Instagram post, in one of my recent reels, I even said that, right? It's just like allow yourself to feel it and then talk to your mind. That's what it was about, is talk to your mind and tell your mind when it starts chattering and overthinking, tell it, we're okay and we're always going to be okay, because the mind needs that instruction. Do you see? And when you speak to it like a parent, a loving parent to a child, that is you observing the fear, observing the overthinking, and you stepping in with love. And you say, we're okay. We're going to be okay. And then, can I let it go now? Can I let this feeling go now? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can't, even if it feels like you can't, even if it feels like big, well, then you go back to step one and you let yourself feel it. You feel it and you allow yourself to feel it. Cry, be angry, feel sad, whatever it is, fear, right? Feel it. Okay. And then you can I let it go now? Yeah, I can. After you feel it, you say, can I let it go? Yes, I can. Why is it that why can I let this go right now? Because it's all now. Everything is now. There is no 5 minutes from now. There's no 5 minutes ago. It's all happening right now. Do you see? So this is also answering to that part of your mind that wants those logical steps that you don't need, by the way. But this here responds to that. Why can I let this feeling go right now? Because it's all now. And this brings you right back to the I am. Do you see that? So you start up here by looking and addressing the fear and looking at your thinking. Then you come down and you start asking yourself these questions. Okay, I'm going to let myself feel it. Can I let this go? Yes, I can. Why is it that I can let it go? Because it's all now. Boom. That brings you back into your place of power, to the I am, the all right now. Everything is now. You are everything, the all, infinite everything. And it is all happening from right now. And we need to remind ourselves of that it's now. Why? You don't have to, but I believe we do need to remind ourselves that it's happening right now, because we can forget. We get sucked into the daily grind of doing things or just having fun, and it's okay, right? But reminding yourself that it is all now, that I don't have to stress out about a date, a bill, or what a deadline, or a holiday, or whatever it is. You don't have to, because that's not happening right now. That is not happening. What's happening right now, that is where your power is. What happened in the past, that's not happening right now either. You're just having freak out moments and sensations and reactions to things that are not here right now. So bringing yourself back to the now brings you back to the power of I am. So if you are in this mode of seeking, if you are freaking out and you're having reactions, this is something that you can try out, see if you like it, and come back and tell me how it felt after you did it. All right? Thank you so much for liking the video. Thank you for subscribing to the Rosey Life channel. Thank you for sharing my content with other people so that they can also have these wonderful aha moments as well and build a life that they love. I appreciate you guys so, so much. I love you. You are all so freaking amazing. I'll see you soon. Bye.